This is a video on total pressure, and total pressure is the sum, so we will be adding individual pressure amounts to find the total pressure of a system. So here is a problem. We have to find the total of the pressure when the valves are open. So we have all the information we need, and now what we're going to do is we're going to find the total pressure of the system. So the first thing you're going to do is this is going to be three numbers added up to find the total pressure because we have three parts of the system, and we're going to multiply our volume and our pressure by the total volume of the system. So the first thing we're going to do is we want to find the total volume of the system. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by adding each volume of each individual part of the system. So we have total volume. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the 1 liter of nitrogen, and then we're going to, and now we're going to add 1 liter of, and that is neon. Here, I'll label these. So this is N2, and this is Ne, and then over here we are going to add our last, and this is half of a liter because it says right there 0.5 of a liter, half a liter of hydrogen. And then when we add these together, our total volume becomes 2.5 liters. So now that we have found our total volume, we're going to begin by finding the total pressure. So this is going to be three numbers added up, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to begin by multiplying our volume of each individual part of the system by the pressure. Now when you start to multiply and divide the volume and pressure, make sure you know what units your pressure value has to be in. So in this problem, it does not specify that we have to convert our torr value to ATMs, so we can keep it in torrs, but if we did have to convert to ATMs, we would just divide each pressure value by 700. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to find the individual pressure of N2. So we're going to start by doing that, and we're going to take 1 liter, because that is the individual volume, and we're going to multiply it by 265 torr. And then what we're going to do is we're going to divide that by the total volume of the system, which right here we have is 2.5 liters. Now plug that into your calculator, and by multiplying 265 and 1 liter, and then divide that by 2.5 liters. When you do that, you should be left with 106 torr. So now we have found the pressure for N2, and we're going to note that there because when we do the same process for the two other parts of the system, we're going to add them up to find the total. So now let's calculate the pressure for neon. So for neon, it says here that we have a volume once again of 1 liter. So we are going to take 1 liter and we are going to multiply that by our 800 torr. And then we are going to divide that by the total volume, which is 2.5 liters. So plug those values into your calculator, and you should be left with 320 torr, and it's in torr because of the pressure. That is the pressure units and not ATMs, because we were not asked to convert. So now that we have found the pressure of N2 and Ne, we are going to find the pressure of H2. So once again, we are going to multiply the volume, the individual volume of H2, and this time, instead of 1, we have 0.5 liters. So we have 0.5 liters times 532 torr divided by the total volume of 2.5 liters. So when we multiply our 0.5 liters and our 532 torr and divide by 2.5 liters, we get 106.4 torr. So finally, here's the part where we will be adding up each individual pressure value. So we will be adding 106 torr. Here we have 320 torr and 106.4 torr, which is each the pressure value for each individual part of the system. So when we add up each individual value, we are left with 532.4 torr, and that is the total pressure of this system.